like so many other days. I'm starting in the van. Anyways, it's like 300 degrees. You can hear the AC kick on. And my Bluetooth pairing up. It's too hot. It is too hot to be doing anything. Right now in my hometown, look at this. 111 degrees. That should be illegal. That should be completely illegal. Woo. Anyway, I'm gonna take this blistering heat opportunity to go down today, and I'm gonna mess around with my bow. Turn this off, it's blowing hot anyway. So I'm switching arrows. I've been shooting the Easton's, the Axis. Last year is what I shot, and this year I'm going back to the gold tip, the Kinetic Chaoses. I think I'll shoot those through the year unless some under the radar stuff comes through, which I'm hoping it does. But these Kinetic Chaoses have been pretty good. They have an outsert and a collar on them. They're pretty tough arrow, but they're way different than my Axis's, and they fly different. And I'm also going to a little bit lighter broadhead. I shot 150 grain broadheads last year, and my bow is all dialed for them. And I'm going to 125 grain broadhead this year with a collar. So I'm gonna be tweaking with my setup, moving my pins around, and hopefully getting this thing shooting good enough to go to Total Archery Challenge tomorrow. That's kind of the bad side about shooting really heavy broadheads, is that you have to change your setup if you want to go shoot the Total Archeries and stuff. So I'm gonna go mess with it, put a target out, sling some carbon, and see what happens. You guys want to come? So this is what I'm shooting this year. This is the same setup I shot this year, or last year. This is a black gold Ascent. And the problem I've been having with it is that this is not set up quite right. Like, I want to have this piece more towards the middle so that I will be able to get to full 80 yards in my sight box, because right now these pins aren't gapped wide enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is move all these pins up, then I move the sight box down to compensate for it, and then I'll be starting fresh, like setting my pins up and gapping them. All right, now I got all that done. See, that's closer to the center now, and those are all gapped wider. I have no idea where this is gonna be, so I'm just gonna shoot one at 20, and we'll see what she do. Obviously, that's pretty low, but that's not bad. That's actually a good thing, because then I can move my sight housing closer to the center. My arrow buried in the bottom of the bag. Like a foot low at 20, that's good. That means I've got a lot more adjustment room. So I'll adjust it, follow my arrow. That's the trick. If you guys need to know which way to adjust your pins, always follow your arrow. If your arrow's low, move them down. If your arrow's high, move them up. If it's right, move them right. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta remember. I still forget it sometimes though, and I still move my pins the wrong way because it's so counterintuitive. All right, got that back adjusted, and I actually was telling you guys that I was gonna be able to move it down more, but I actually had to move this up to compensate for my arrow being low. So as I was telling you that I sometimes get it backwards, I got it backwards. But I'm gonna show you now what it shoots like after a bit of adjustment. So that's 3 shots, kind of stacked them. One low, one a little higher, and one perfect. I haven't shot for a while, and I'm kind of getting back into my rhythm and stuff. So I'll give it a few more shots and make sure that I'm shooting decent. I'm at 20. Just kind of focus on getting my form really dialed and putting them where they need to be. And once I'm comfortable with where it's actually shooting at 20, if I need to adjust it, I will, and then I'll bump to 30, and then I'll just go out from there and just kind of micro adjust my pin gaps, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. We can get them on to at least 50, 60, and then I'll kind of tweak them a little bit tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go for the weekend. That's pretty wishful thinking. We'll see if it goes that well. All right, so this is my next 3-shot group, and I think we're gonna call it good at that. It just takes sometimes a minute to slow down and remember to go through your motions in your head. What do you guys think? That good enough? At 20? 1, 2, 3? Yeah, I'd say so. So yeah, so now we're gonna bump up to 30. I'm obviously just a touch low here. I may adjust to be an inch low at 20 yards. I mean, it just doesn't matter that much, but I probably will just tweak it just a touch. But obviously we're on there. When you put 3 shots like that, you know that's where your pins are set to. Here we go, first group at 30. Didn't feel great, that shot. Did not feel great. That felt way better. So the first shot felt horrible. I punched the trigger so hard, it like knocked sideways. Second two, better. Like this one felt really good. This one felt okay. This one was just horrible. So I want to shoot that again because you can't hardly get any consensus out of that crappy group. Good. So the first two felt money. The third one, you could tell I released a touch high. But anyway you dice it, I mean, we're good at 30. Like, obviously I want all three of them in the white 3 inches circle, but that's good enough. Those two, that one I felt that I pulled it high. So I'm gonna bump to 40 and see what they look like. That felt pretty good. I definitely released left on it. I released right on that one. I'm compensating for the last one. Kind of all over the map, really. I think I'm still high. Everything there is a little high, so let's go mess with that and see what we got next. That's an ugly group. I don't know if I'll be able to have the gumption to post that one or not. They say with a lot of things, archery shooting especially, I don't know when to quit. I'm getting a little tired. I probably put 30 arrows is all. But if your shots start to suffer, you're not getting your consistency, just give it a little bit. I'm gonna rest here for about 10 minutes or so. See if I can get back to shooting stable and make sure I know what this bow's doing. 20, 30, 40 I feel pretty good about right now. I'm gonna try to do 50, 60, 70, 80. I don't really like to shoot that long at hunting ranges, but for these archery shoots, it's good to be able to go that far. But I thought in the meantime, there's this truck looking at me over there. I think they're wondering what I'm doing, but that's fine. I thought in the meantime, I would tell you guys about some of the hunts that I have lined up for this year. I have a Utah dedicated hunter deer tag that allows me to hunt all the hunts in Utah. I'll probably buy the 3-season elk tag in Utah, so I'll be chasing elk with a bow, a rifle, and a muzzle loader in Utah. I also bought an archery Idaho elk tag, so that'll keep me busy once again. So I have three archery tags for August, September, and then I have a Coos deer tag in Arizona in October. That's a rifle tag. I have let's see, an Arizona late archery elk tag in a pretty good unit that I'm really excited for. It's going to be a tough hunt because those late archery hunts always are, but I'm excited to chase some big bulls with my bow down there. Also, I've been working on some stuff that kind of have waiting in the wings with my buddy Eric. We're looking at and figuring out, I think we've got it done, everything we need to do on a deer lease in Kentucky to go back and chase some whitetails, and so we're going to try that with our bows as well. Also, maybe add a New Mexico elk tag. I still have an Arizona over-the-counter deer tag, but I won't hunt that unless I end up not killing a Coos deer for some reason. But that's what I have on my plate right now as far as hunts go. I may add some more, may add a Colorado over-the-counter tag if I end up with some time or if one comes available. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'm pretty booked up for the fall. I have a lot on my plate and a lot going on, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting out. It's almost time to start right now. Utah will be up first, as it almost always is, and then we kind of branch out to the rest of the west and even some east from there. I also would love to add some whitetail hunts, so if any of you guys know any killer whitetail opportunities, maybe Texas, Oklahoma, back east, wherever, the Midwest, let me know in the comments, and I would love to get out and shoot some whitetails. The plan was to go to Australia like this time right now, like summer, July, but it's not going to happen with this virus and all the pain in the butt that it is to travel. So maybe I have to get to that next year. But anyway, that's what we have on the plate. Also, I'm curious to know your guys' suggestions for what I should do for videos this hunting season. Do you guys want to see more videos? Do you want to see dedicated hunt videos? I mean, I could take a hunt and make like a 1-hour video out of it, or I could break it down into episodes as it happens. I'm kind of open to see what you guys think. But let me know in the comments what you think. I feel pretty rested after talking here for a minute, so I'm going to shoot a few more arrows and let's get going with that. All right, another group of 40. Feels so much better after just giving it just a minute. Let my arms rest. So that tells me right there, I don't know how well you can see where those all went, but not a great group, but a little tighter for taking a break for a minute. I think I'm high on that 40 pin. I'm gonna tweak it just a touch and then rest for another minute and see what happens. All right, shoot a couple more here. Oh, I can't do it. I don't know. Little low, but down in there where I want it. Kind of flew all over the place and dropped in low, so maybe adjusted a touch too much, but let's rest for a minute and then I'll go see. Took a couple shots at 50 and heard the smack, and that's what I did. Shot, hit the back of that one right there, square. Not cool enough to be a robin head, but definitely punched that insert, the knock clear down to there, mid shaft. So that's not like where you want to be at 50, obviously, but I think that tells you my pin's maybe a touch left there at 50 yards. Either that or that's what the wind was doing. It blew pretty hard on both of them, but anyway, my height's really good at 50 messing with it, so I think I'm gonna leave her there for the day because I don't want to get more tired. I might come back tonight and shoot some more, but my battery light's flashing, so I'll probably just call it good for this session and head on back to the house, go see what else is going on today. All right, so we're back down here again today in my little shooting spot. I'm gonna take the bow now that I'm well rested and shoot probably starting at 40 and see if I can't get my I think my 40, my 50 are close. I'm gonna try to get my 60, 70, 80 on today. If not, they have a practice course up there at Total Archery. I can do some tuning and some tweaking up there. So starting at 40, let's see what she does. Looks like a touch high there. Still high. And that one's better, but still a little, not high, but yeah, I'm gonna say they're all a touch high. All right, so I got 40 shooting good. I bumped my pin and then dropped one dead center. So that's close enough. I know that I'm like right in the margin of error. I can tweak it, fine tune it, but for this archery shoot that I'm going to, that's gonna be good enough. So I'm gonna try 50, see if I'm even close on the pin gap, and then we'll move to 60. All right, 50. Woo, that one dead center. Like dead center. And that one I felt like I released high, and it hit high. High. And that one I felt like I released low. So we're kind of all over the place there. Zoom in and look. Like, that's hard when you shoot one perfect, two high, and then one right. That just tells you that you're not that consistent. But I think that that's a high group, but I gotta shoot it again to see because I don't know. Still high, but I felt like I released a little high there. That one felt good. I think it dropped in a touch low, but man, these arrows are flying so good. That one felt perfect. So we'll see where they are, I guess. One low, one high, two dead on. Who knows? I think I'm just gonna leave it for now. That's good enough to go to the 3D shoot. I'm gonna go try 60, see what happens there. Looked pretty good. A little low there. That one felt pretty good. Maybe a touch high. A little low there. Huh. Well, not so consistent, obviously, but But that's a 6-inch circle at 60 yards, so I'm not too far out of the ballpark. Not dialed, but not bad. Alright, so this is 70 now. I shot one more at 60, made some adjustments, and I got to where I was pretty much all inside the 6-inch circle, so that's good enough. Let's try 7-0. Take that. That one kind of flew wonky. My height looks like it's good there. Low and left on that one. Oh, it felt good. So, yeah, I mean 70. Good enough for the archery shoot I'm going to. Let's check 80. Alright, that's 80. Looks like I'm a little right. That breeze is going pretty hard though. High right. That one's the best shot. That felt the best for sure. Still, where is it? Can't even see where it is. Over there by the other one probably, but yeah. So high and right, well, kind of all over the map, but close enough for an archery shoot. I'll mess with this a little bit more when I get up there, but I'm getting tired, so I don't want to tweak it. If I shot 80 fresh right now, I think that I'd group up a lot better. So definitely not where I want to be at 80, but given the distance, the wind, and how tired I am, I'm fine with it. I'll tweak it at the event, shoot some foam and stuff, mess with it, take my Allen wrenches with me, shoot it on fresh arms, and we should be in good shape. But 80 yards is such a long shot anyway, it's just like for fun. So it doesn't really matter. I feel pretty good about everything else. It's really coming together now. It's gonna just be between now and the hunts, reps every day to get used to shooting cold. My favorite thing to do is to shoot an arrow at like a weird yardage cold. And if I can make that shot, then I'm in good shape. Sorry for the garbage truck. Also, check out that fire over there on Bayo on the other side of the mountain. Anyway, that's 80. Pretty lousy, good enough. Let's call it a day. All right, shooting is done for the day. So that's gonna wrap up this video, kind of just getting the bow dialed in, and I'm getting ready to head to Montana. So as soon as I get this thing edited, I'm gonna load up this van right here and drive up north, meet my partners from Canvas Cutter, then we're headed to Total Archery Challenge at Big Sky, Montana. And it's gonna be fun. But before I go, I do need to thank some people who bought apparel this week. Let's see. Yep, I know we thank James Mata, I think he was the last one. Cameron Davis, thank you Cameron Davis, I appreciate it. And then I got an order, and I have a name that I have no idea how to pronounce. So, it's obviously, my card filled up in the middle of that, and so I had to stop. But I'm back, and I'm going to thank these people. So this person who ordered, I appreciate your order. I have no idea how to say your name. If I had to guess, I'd say Suwachu, but I am gonna write it right here on the screen so you know who I'm talking about. So I appreciate that. Thank you for your order. Weston Cleveland, buddy, I appreciate it, man. I've seen you order a few times. Me and Weston hauled an elk out of a big canyon once. So thanks, Weston. Dale Stroud, I appreciate it. And then I had an order come in today from Joshua Miller, and it was a big order. So thank you, Joshua, man. I really appreciate that for everybody who ordered the last few days. Anyway, time to get this video edited, and I will see you guys on the next one.